Hello everyone and welcome to lesson 8.1, the first lesson in our new chapter. Here's your objective. I will be able to complete function tables for given function rules. Let's just jump right in. So what is a function table? Well, the full definition is on page 580 in your book. So if you have it, great. If not, you can check it out tomorrow or bring your book home. But it's basically just a table where you put an input into an equation and then there's an output. Let me see if I can zoom in this a little bit more. Okay. Well, for example, right here we have an input of 10 for x, and I have x plus 7. So really, it's 10 plus 7. So when I input my 10 for my x, I will get 17 as my output. Okay, my next input is 12. If you can't see that, it says 12. 12 plus 7 will equal 19, so my output's 19. And my last input for x is 14. So I'm doing a little pattern here. 14 plus 7 will equal 21. Let's just check below or to the right and see if that's correct. It is 17, 19, and 21. Okay, so we're just plugging numbers in and seeing what our output will be. Here's our next one, a little bit bigger. We have an input of 8 for 5x. So it's really 5 parentheses 8 because we plugged 8 in for x. So what is 5 times 8? Well, you guessed it, it's 40. Next one is really 5 parentheses 10 because we're taking that x and plugging in the 10. 5 times 10 is 50. And our last one is 5. Easy to make mistakes sometimes. It's 5 times 12. Well, I know that 5 times 10 was 50, so 5 times 12 will be 60. All right, so we have an input for our x. We plug it in, and we solve. All right, here's our next one. Input of x is 4 for the first one, so I have x minus 4, so it's really 4 minus 4. And what is our output? We get 0. Okay, our next one is 7 minus 4, which equals 3, and our last x is 10. So I plug in my x, I get 10. 10 minus 4 equals 6. So when I have x minus 4 and I plug in 4 for my x, I get 0. When I plug in 7 for my x, I get 3. When I plug in 10 for my x, I get 6. But sometimes, now here's the hard part of the lesson, so you might want to pay close attention now if you thought that was easy. Sometimes we have to work backwards and find the input. So we don't know the input, we know the output. So right here I have an equation of 3x. All right, and on my output, so I'm going to put an equal sign there to get my output will be 6. So now I have to find the input. So it's back to last chapter. I have to get x by itself. This is 3 times x, so I divide by 3, cancels out, divide by 3, and I get x equals 2. So my input would be 2. Now I could always check it by saying 3 times 2 will equal 6. All right, and I could do that for the rest of these as well. So I have 3x equals 15 this time. Well, I'm going to divide both sides by 3, divide this by 3, I'm going to get x equals 5. My input is 5, so it's really 3 times 5. All right, and my last one is 3x equals 21. Same thing, I have to get x by itself, divide by 3, cancels out, x will equal 7. So this was really 3 times 7 will equal 21. All right? All right, last one here, we have a two-stepper. We have 2x minus 1. So I have 2x minus 1 as my equation will equal my output of 1. So I have 2 steps to do here. All right, so I'm going to add my 1 to cancel those out, add 1. I'm left with 2x equals 2. Now I'm down to one step left. Same thing as before, divide by 2, gone. Divide by 2 equals 1, x equals 1. So I put my input as 1, and then I have 2 times 1 minus 1 should equal 1. Let's see, 2 times 1 is 2, minus 1 equals 1. All right, so if you'd like to, you could finish that one and then check your work. That'll be a little bonus if you want to. But here is your assignment. Here's your turn, here's your homework. You have to copy down both of these. So if you can't see, I'll zoom in a little more. All right, let's move this table forward. There you go. Copy both of these down. Here's your A and here's your B. On this side, I give you your X. All right, that just says pounds X. 3x plus 2, you need to find the cost. All right, so if you can't see this, this says 3x plus 2. And here's your x right there. And you have to find the cost. What is the output? Over here, you have the output, 8, 12, and 20. You have to find the x. And the equation, I think you can see that one is 4x. All right, so this one you have to work backwards. That one you have to work forwards. All right, good luck. I'm bringing it tomorrow. Don't forget to copy those down and finish the chart.